Assalamu alaikum, hello everyone. I just hope you are fine, safe and healthy. Today's lesson is an introduction to Unit 8 under the topic of society and social problems. Together we will discover and explore a list of vocabulary items that we use to refer to a group of social problems. Let's get started. Let's first define the word society. And to put it into simple words, you know when a man meets another woman and they fall in love with each other, they often get married and constitute a family. The family gets bigger with more children, of course. This family with another family with so many other families and individuals constitute what we call a society. In other words, we're talking about a group of people who live in the same place, in a country for example, and who share a lot of things like language, culture, values, etc. And what usually happens when a group of people live in one place and they interact with each other, sometimes problems would occur. These problems are called social problems. Let's discover some examples. Some of the social problems that are common inside a society are family problems, just like you see in the picture, which depicts a situation of domestic violence. Domestic violence refers to using violence at home, usually between husband and a wife or parents and children. Another problem is the separation of a husband and a wife, which is referred to in English as divorce. Among other social problems, we can find homelessness. Homelessness. As you can see in the picture, the person does not have a home or a house to live in. So the problem is referred to as homelessness. Another problem is when a family or a person does not have enough money to buy necessary things like clothes, food, etc. This is referred to as poverty. Poverty. One more problem. Famine. A situation when people do not have enough food to eat. This is referred to as famine. Another problem is beggary. Beggary, or begging for money or for food, asking other people for money or food. Beggary. Let's look at another category of social problems. In the picture, you can see a place or a town where usually poor people live, a place which is lacking basic necessities of life like electricity, water, sewers, etc. These towns are called shanty towns. Shanty towns. Another problem is the fact that people do not or cannot find a job. This is named joblessness, joblessness, or unemployment. Unemployment. Another common problem is illiteracy. Illiteracy. So as you can see in the picture, these women are part of a literacy circle or a literacy class where they are learning some arithmetics, learning how to read and write, because they are illiterate. The problem is illiteracy, usually referring to the fact that people cannot read or write. Another problem is bribery. Bribery, which stands for giving an amount of money to someone in return for a service. One more serious problem is illegal immigration. Illegal immigration. Just like you see in the picture, this group of people who might be Africans are trying to get into Europe and cross the sea to Europe in a way that is illegal. This problem is referred to as illegal immigration. Another common problem is addiction, which can take many forms, like addiction to drugs, addiction to alcohol, etc. Wars and conflicts are other common problems, just like the situation in countries like Syria, Yemen, etc. One more problem is theft or robbery. Of course, with a slight difference between the two. Theft is usually kind of stealing something secretly, while robbery involves violence. It's usually based on using violence to steal something. Another problem that is common in our Moroccan society is child labor. Child labor. As you can see in the picture, these children are working before the right age. So this is referred to as child labor. One more serious problem, especially in Morocco, is road accidents. Road accidents. Another category of people that seem to have a lot of problems in our society are disabled people and handicapped people. The problem is called disability. Disability. And the last problem is racism. Racism, which is referring to a kind of discrimination, making differences between people because of their language, skin color, race, etc. Let us now practice using some basic words related to our unit on society and social problems. The first task and the first exercise is a matching task in which I would like you to match the given listed words from 1 to 10 with their definitions from A to J. The first example is already done. The first word, homeless, is to be matched with its definition, letter D, without a home or without a house. You can stop the video now, think of the exercise and answer, and then we shall correct later. Let's correct the task now. The second word is generation gap. This is referred to a difference in ideas and behavior between older and younger people. You already know that parents and children, for example, old and young people seem to have some problems, sometimes problems based on the difference between their ideas or their mentalities. So that is referred to as generation gap. Number 3, adolescence, is to be matched with definition B. Nice. It is a period of life from 13 to 18 years old. A period of life from 18 to period of life from 13 to 18 years old, more or less. So these are not fixed numbers, of course, so they can be less, they can be more sometimes. Number 4, divorce. We have already seen this example within the previous slide. It is to be matched with definition E. It is referred to. It refers to the separation of husband and wife. The separation of a husband and a wife. Number 5, jobless. Jobless refers to without an occupation. That means without a job. Without a job. Letter H. Joyriding is to be matched with letter J, or definition J, which means to drive a car for pleasure at high speed. This is usually or often common between or among young people. They just drive cars for pleasure at high speed, which might cause a lot of problems like road accidents and victims, etc. To complain, to be matched with definition I, that says to express discontent, displeasure, or unhappiness. To express discontent or unhappiness or displeasure. Childhood, a period of life from birth to 13 years old. So definition C, a period of life from birth to 13 years old. Shelter, to be matched with definition F, which means somewhere to live in. Somewhere, a place to live in. And the last example, handicapped, to be matched with definition G, a person having a physical or mental defect. A person having a physical or a mental defect. A defect means disability, simply. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Stay safe.